Kombat 1. It's out, there are a lot of characters, you guys want to know which ones to play. We've been over this 2 times before already, I would hope you know the deal by now. But if you don't, and you're wildly confused by this very aggressive introduction, then make sure you check out my first 2 brutally explained videos on Mortal Kombat before watching this one. And if I'm really being... Mortal Kombat 1. It's out, there are a lot of characters, you guys want to know which ones to play. We've been over this 2 times before already, I would hope you know the deal. Mortal Kombat 1 just came out, and everybody's trying to cope with NetherRealm's rampant identity crisis. It's Mortal Kombat 1, which means it's a reboot, catering to newcomers, but it's actually the 12th game, and canonically takes place after the events of the 11th one. It's also got a heavy emphasis on nostalgia, with tons of obscure legacy characters boasting their classic designs. So, who knows who this game is for? But look, I get it. It's tough jumping into any new fighting game. But it's especially tough when that game has the balls to be like, don't worry, we're a reboot. We're super accessible to new audiences. By the way, here's the move list. With 24 characters to choose from and half of them looking nearly identical to each other, who you choose to play as has never been a more difficult decision. That's why I'm here to break down every character so you know which one is the right choice for you. First up, we have Blue Melina. Still rocking the same knife fan she's had since 1993. By the way, zero chance that fan is cooling off shit. Mortal Kombat characters love strapping knives to incredibly lightweight objects and then just pretending that they're still going to work. How many chiropractor appointments do you think Kung Lao has to have each week just to keep his buzzsaw hat from giving him scoliosis? Now, Katana has always had 3 iconic staples that make up her fans, her wind powers, and that ass. And while all 3 of those components have been preserved, thank God, her fans, in my opinion, have received a major upgrade. Not only can she throw them in crazy trajectories, but she can also imbue them with wind magic to turn them into fucking tornado grenades. Grenados. Her first special is Fan Toss. And guess what, dumbass? It does exactly what you think it would do. Katana just tosses her fan. You know, you're really getting what you pay for with this one. Peter Burn version of this move, though, is crazy. It allows her to throw both of her fans in a little arc and absolutely ruin her opponent's day. Oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna throw your little fans? Holy shit! The downside is that you need the mathematical intellect of James Isaac Neutron just to calculate where your opponent needs to be for this move to actually hit. Her next attack is Fan-Nado, which Katana does a sweep behind the back throw with her fan and essentially sucks the opponent into the air for follow-up attacks. This is what I'm talking about. Katana's fans are putting in work in this game. She might as well be throwing full-sized blenders at her opponent. Princess Pirouette is a pretty little combo ender that, ends your combo. This one's not very exciting. Fancy Flick is Katana's 40th anti-air, which feels pretty redundant considering most of her fan throws can be done in the air already. This one can be performed from the ground, though, for when you want to treat your opponent like an overexcited dog. Hey, down! Square Wave is Katana's 41st anti-air, which kind of sounds like a World War II battalion, and is a complete insult to Sonya Blade's memory. Usually, this move is an absolute double-cheeked-up cake delivery special. With Sonya Blade out of the picture, Katana's decided to just straight-up steal her technique. And finally, Wind Bomb is a move that rocks your opponent so ruthlessly, I'm genuinely surprised they don't throw up during it. Katana creates a little proximity bomb on the ground that slams the shit out of your opponent, before sending them into the air with the force and wrath of Zeus himself. Katana is awesome. I know she's always had a ton of fans, Zing, but I've never been one of them until her appearance in this game. Between the immensely satisfying wind bomb and the combination of anti-air and launching attacks, she feels like you're playing a puppet master, while her opponent unwillingly plays her puppet. She has complete dominance of the battlefield. It absolutely earns her title, Blue Melina. Up next is Melina. For NetherRealm's sake, thank God. For those of you who don't remember, Melina wasn't in Mortal Kombat 11 until like 3 years after its launch, and as a result, a lot of people sent some horrible threats to the developers until she was put into the game. So with that in mind, what are my thoughts on Melina? Listen, you pay monthly fees for a streaming app, and a music app, and a fitness app, and more money for a bunch of other apps?
That really adds up. So why not get YouTube Premium for just 159 pesos? It's like having all of the entire world.
She's she's great. I love. No, joking aside, I do love Melina in this game. For some reason though, they decided to turn her into the Arbiter from Halo, which is super weird. Why did they do that? Every time I see a creature with like a split jaw like this, I get so worried it's gonna break off or something. I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. I mean, unless you guys like it, in which case I love it. Melina for president. Thematically, Melina's always been way cooler than her sister, because while Katana's over here doing fancy flips and practicing sacred, honorable forms of martial arts, Melina's just running up and stabbing you in the fucking head or eating you. That is also very much a real option she's always willing to consider. First attack is straight side. This is a projectile move which for some reason doesn't reach full screen. I don't know, maybe Melina grew up with Katana trying to steal all of her toys as a kid, and just like doesn't trust anyone to take them too far away. Never mind, give it back! Peterburn version of this move is a full screen projectile, but if you want to throw the side that far, you better believe that Melina's gonna come along with it. In fact, most of Melina's meter burns turn her moves from simple attacks to badger attacks, like her second special move, Teleport Down, which can either have Melina teleport into a dive kick, or fuck you the hell up. Teleport Up is essentially the same thing, but as a launcher. Roll turns Melina into Sonic the Hedgehog and allows her to hit her opponent with a rolling attack that launches them into the air. And the meter burn version of this move, say it with me now, fucks them up. Melina for president! No more limited presidential terms! She knows to perform this attack in the air, but instead of rolling towards the opponent, she remains stationary and throws out a bunch of size. Unless you meter burn it, in which case she just literally does a Sonic spin dash attack. She also has low side, which does exactly what you think it does. By the way, did I mention Melina for president? Melina is an incredibly satisfying character, with the brutality and ruthlessness of her personality perfectly represented through her gameplay. She's everywhere at all times, constantly teleporting behind your opponent, launching them for air combos, and finishing her combos with some of the most grisly animations in the game. If you're sick of all these stuffy ninjas going on and on about the honorable traditions of their fighting styles, pick a bitch who isn't afraid to just straight up eat a dude. Up next is Tanya, who sucks. I hate her. I'm so upset about Tanya, and I will never get over it. Tanya is a super defensive character who rewards patience and strategic thinking. For some reason. Not my Tanya, though. Fuck that. Tanya was my favorite character in Mortal Kombat X. It's because she was an absolute goddamn menace. She was all over the place, teleporting forwards, backwards, diagonally. She had these sick spiked tonfa. She could walk on a spear. She was crazy. This Tanya's a goddamn snooze fest. This Tanya is headlining Snoozapalooza 2023. Oh, but Danny, isn't it good that she's different? Isn't it good that there's such a wide range of playstyle variety in this game? Fuck no. You want to give a character a defensive playstyle? Go ruin Lee May. Tanya's first dumbass ability is Heavenly Hand. It's a fireball. Whatever. Divine Protection is a defensive ability that parries high and mid attacks. She can follow this move up with Deity Push or Ugati Evade after a successful parry. Seeking Guidance is the absolute worst part of Tanya's kick, and once again, I will never